We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Cyclones have been waiting and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Give to the big fullback. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Toss to the outside. He has the first and still on his feet. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Inside the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Guys, let's take a big picture view of Stanford. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Try to get it to the edge. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll send out the kicker here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. They break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. 2nd and long coming up. From his end zone, he'll go up top. A strike downfield. Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And how about the offense being aggressive, willing to drop your quarterback into the end zone? If he gets tackled, it's a safety, gets the ball out, and the receiver does the rest. 98 yards to the house. What an explosive play.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the back. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Cyclones. The defense putting points on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now on the option. Finds a little space. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wiggins. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Pacheco. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. They'll try to get outside. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the 1st down. They get to the line quickly.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run the option. Makes him talk to the hand. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to buy time. It's caught downfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's so important for an offense in the passing game to change the launch point of the quarterback. He can't consistently be 5 or 7 yards behind the center throwing the football. Move the pocket, get him outside, buy him some time so he can see the field, and then show you what he can do with that arm talent.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. The give on the option. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but 3rd and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit. Breaks into the open. Just plowing ahead. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Cyclones want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Takes the easy one to the back. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The option look. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The offense changing the play. Now on the move. Headed to the end zone. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you've got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Unloads it left. He's got an open man.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Quick strike complete. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. Third down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the fourth down.
Hoping to pick up the first. Here comes Stanford on fourth down. The snap sets up the throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
On the option. He's in open space downfield. Flying out to the left. At the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stanford quickly to the line. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. First down and more. He's loose. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll ride his man on the option. Got enough for the first. Speeding down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 7 over Texas. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Now on the option. Slithers into space. Turning it on. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out.
On the double. Alert. Lasso.
On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Off play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Still running at the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Here comes the option. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Stanford wants to push the pace. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Caught close to the marker, it's Wiggins. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. They'll run the option. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Stanford! Great job by the back on the option.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Here comes the offense on second down. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The option look. The pitch. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on fourth down? This is a designed run. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Runs through the tackle.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Thacker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, get the first down.
Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go.
Motion from the back. They'll try the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. The RPO complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Stanford quickly to the line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
I tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I like
what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal. You have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble and gets the stop on 4th down.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Are you ready? Here we
go. Using his feet. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And the Cyclones come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Iowa State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's not going to take the touch. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Green 25.
On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working the middle. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open on the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cardinal!
This has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to...
Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cyclone!
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option.
Wide open on the right. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got a man, it's Pacheco. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the toss. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rides the back on the option to give. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short.
42 Spider.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Iowa State.
Got it.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Stanford! The defense takes matters into its own hands. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll line up to go for two. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
That keeps the score. Iowa State.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got a little space. Flying down the right side. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. If you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Flips it out to the back. Fights off the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Loses 6. 3rd down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. On the option. Quick toss. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Really good 3rd down defense. Nice job playing the option. Responsibility football, but still aggressive downhill, ready for the pitch. Great job getting the guy, getting to him, and getting him on the ground.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's going for the big play. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Stanford quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
For the offense.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete.